Hey guys, Flight Girl VSG coming into you with my week 50. I always have to check because I always forget. Week 59 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. Just real quick with the numbers. Pre-op diet 301.2, day of surgery 291.8, last week 189.4, this week 188.8. So loss this week of 0.6 pounds and a total loss of 112.4 pounds. That blows my mind, seriously. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of loss this week, but I've been working out pretty hard again, doing some strength training again, which I'm going to get to an update on that in a minute. Not very good. So yeah, it's good. I'm excited. I am officially in the 180s. I mean, like I was in the 180s last week too, but just barely, you know what I mean? So I feel comfortable here. I also have had a rough week. I had a great weekend, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. And then, but I've had some personal stress in my life, kind of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like a little bit Wednesday. So I feel like and I'm also pre-cycle. So I feel like I've been snacking more and eating more at a sitting and things like that. So my calorie intake has definitely been higher this week. It's been higher since I started the Whole30 in general, just because I've been eating like whatever healthy fats I want in terms of cooking with ghee and coconut oil and avocado and blah, blah, blah. And I feel good and happy and sated and all that stuff. But definitely brings my calories up. And then this last week was even higher. And I was eating a lot of like sunflower seeds and pistachios and just throwing things in my gullet. So, but I'm still happy. 0.6 pounds is 0.6 pounds that I didn't have on me last week until about when I was supposed to have started my cycle already, but my whole body is all fucked up. So we'll see. I have an appointment with my doctor in a couple weeks, so we'll see what's going on. I'm sick of this shit. So this weekend, I had a super great time. My friend Go Teams VSG, or Tessa, was in town this weekend. She was in town all week, but I didn't, I only saw her briefly on like Monday. And then she was out at a work thing, a little further south from here. So she was busy doing that. And then so Friday she came and she spent the night. And Friday night, what did we do? We went to a Whole30 potluck that I had with some people that are also doing the Whole30 in my community, like my Facebook community and stuff like that. So we went over to their house, to one girl's house, and I got to see some people I hadn't seen in a long time. And most of these people I know, at least that were there, because the people that I know that are doing the Whole30 are through two different groups of friends. But the people that were there are people that I know from boot camp that I did. God, when was I doing that? Gosh, almost 5 years ago. I started doing that, and I did it for about a year to a year and a half, maybe closer to 2, but I had so many problems with my feet, I had to quit. And then I did it, yeah, about 2.5 years I didn't do it, and then I had surgery. So, I've been thinking about going back to the boot camp only because they have a group on. I won't get too far into that, but for other reasons. But anyway, it was a really good group of people. I hadn't seen them in a while. It was super fun. So great food. We had, oh my God, the host, she made this butternut squash ginger soup. And she made it different than the recipe, which I am a recipe follower. So I'm grateful she told me how she kind of edited it. Oh my God, that's too many did-it-is. How she changed it. I am a college educated. And it was so effing good. I'm definitely making it this week. So I'm excited for that. So we went to the Whole30 potluck, and then we went downtown and we went to this place called the Barrel Room, and I got free tickets to go, which is like $10, or per person, to do the dueling pianos. So we saw dueling pianos. Of course, she had a beer, but I was not drinking. So it was a little less fun for me because I would have probably been like a little bit more uppity, you know, like rah, excited. But it was still really fun. The people watching alone, oh my God, it was so much fun. There was a girl there. It was obviously her birthday. I say obviously because it was totally her birthday. Like there was a cake and singing and all this stuff. It was just funny because we were there maybe 2.5 hours or so. And it was so funny to watch her progressively get more drunk. Like, wow. It was the best part of the night. Obviously being with Tessa was the best part of the night, but also that. Then Saturday morning, last Thursday, was it last Thursday? the Thursday before. It was the Thursday before. I hurt my shoulder at the kettlebell studio. I've hurt this shoulder before. Whatever I did, I hurt it worse than I ever have. So I went and I did modifications Tuesday and Thursday last week. And Saturday, I was supposed to take Tessa to go and do the workout. I couldn't. I was just so freaking sore. And so she decided that she would go to the gym and do her own thing, and that we would still do some other things later in the day. So she went and did that. And just before she left, I'm in my closet, which is actually right there. That's a closet. And randomly, this fire grate, that's like a Christmas-themed fire grate that I put in front of my gas fireplace, came crashing down on me and it hit me in the nose. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not because I'm sitting with the light, but I have like a big swollen bump on my nose and like a cut on my nose. I was not beaten. I was beaten by the fire grate. And so it slammed down onto my face, and then it hit my nose ring. I've got a nose ring. I don't know if you guys knew that. I can't tell which. Yeah, there it is. And so it tore that. And then it like rolled off to the side and hit my shoulder, and I've got this nasty little bruise on my shoulder on my bone. Like, my bone hurts. Like, I can't even touch it. So that was, and I cried, and I was like, like shocked that this thing fell on my, no one gets hit in the face and doesn't cry. I don't think. Anyway, so she went to the gym and I showered up, and then we went to, I was fully recovered at that point, other than the bruising and the bleeding and all that stuff. Because I was bleeding out of my nose and out of my nose ring. Like, it was great. It was very dramatic. And then we went to this Middle Eastern restaurant, and we met up with the Waffles, which was super great. And we had a great meal and a great time. And then the four of us went over to this meet and greet that someone had posted on Instagram, but I had heard about not from Instagram, but through a couple other people. And we went over to the meet and greet over at the Radio Room, which is one of my favorite bars in town. Like, I love that place. They have great cocktails, and I didn't drink, obviously. I had tea. So boring. And I didn't eat anything. But they have great salads and Brussels sprouts and delicious food. So I like it there. I like the atmosphere. So anyway, we got a big table, and we got to talk and move around and had some fun, and I got to meet some new people that I had never met of, because apparently, we're so used to YouTube and Facebook, but there's this whole other weight loss surgery community on Instagram. I mean, I didn't even know that. I can't manage that, honestly. Like, I can't manage. So I added some of the people that I met, but I can't follow. I can't do it. Having 800 friends on Facebook is also more than I can manage. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep that simple. I like that I only follow like 30 people on Instagram, half of which actually post anything, 2 of which are celebrities. I'm fine with that. If you want to know who it is, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Reese Witherspoon and Khloe Kardashian. So, take that. Let's see. So then we did the meet and greet, which was fun. We were there a couple hours, and then Tessa and I went rock climbing. We went to this Portland rock gym. It was $25 for 3 hours. We only stayed like an hour and 20 minutes because, we were tired after the work, but it was so great. I don't really have a bucket list. I should probably make one, but doing the rock climbing is something I've always wanted to do, always, 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 and something I never would have thought I would have actually ever done. I feel like I look orange. I'm sorry if I'm orange. Anyway, so, well, I can't really be sorry. I'm not really that sorry. Sometimes it's fun to be orange. Just accept it. So this young, thin, lovely young girl came into the gym as we were changing afterwards, or getting packed up to go after we had left. And she said it was her 3rd time there, and she finally got to the top. And I got to the top on my very first try, and Tessa got up to the top on her 2nd try. And we both got up to the top twice, I think. Maybe Tessa didn't get up twice, but she was so close to the 2nd time. But, yeah, and I got pretty close my 3rd time, but the wall was, like, slightly inverted. So I'm climbing up, so, like, this is me, right? And, it's hard. Fucking hard. Thank God someone had me. I don't want to rock climb in real life. Like, I have no interest in climbing sides of cliffs. I think that's not okay for myself personally. I do not care to fall to my death. But when someone has a big rope and is holding me and I'm on a wall and it's all protected, I love that idea. That's a win-win for me. So anyway, it was a really, really huge accomplishment for me, and I'm still a little high from that. I'm still, oh my God, I can't believe that. I can't wait to do it again. I can't afford to join that gym, but you know, if I were to go every couple months, $25, do their Saturday night hikes, which is 3 hours with somebody who's going to help you with the rappelling, I would totally be game for that. It's fucking awesome. So, an update for me on my fitness. So I had told you a week or two ago that I was doing a month over at the Kettlebell Studio. I made it 2 weeks. I hurt myself. The isolation exercises, modifications aren't working for me. I continue to hurt. I have only been doing cardio all of this week, and it feels much better. I've gone to PT twice, physical therapy. I will go again next week, and then hopefully I'll have this under control enough. I can't do kettlebells. I just can't. It's over for me. I had to rescind. I mean, I asked them if I could use the 2.5 weeks I had left another time. I doubt they'll let me. Even if they did, I'm really not sure. I mean, what can I do if I can't swing the bell? I mean, they'll let me do other things, but it's a freaking kettlebell studio. Like, it's not. So I've been doing Insanity at the house. I've been doing cardio. I've been doing, I started a 30-day squat challenge yesterday, and Lindsay VSG Bulldog and the other half of L Squared, just in case you weren't sure, and Lace RNY are doing it with me. So go ladies. I'm super excited, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I've just been doing cardio this week, and I'm just going to do cardio next week, and then I'm going to start that. You know, I told you a couple months ago I had done that. Well, I think it was early December that it ended, that 12-week weightlifting challenge I was doing through Andy VSG, and who lives in like Australia or something. So I just reprinted out all of that material, all those materials, and I'm just going to do that again on my own. So I'd ask you guys if you wanted to join me, but since it was a specific challenge, and it was his, you know, his workouts, and he's a trainer and he's not getting paid for it, I don't feel super comfortable asking that. But there are a couple people from the group I think from the before that are going to do it with me again. So either way, I'm going to do it. But that way I can be lifting some weights and continuing to gain muscle. And the only thing I'm going to do differently this time is continue adding more cardio. So, you know, I would do like 10 minutes of cardio on those days. Well, that's 4 days a week that I'm lifting. So I need to do more cardio. So another 1 to 2 days of just cardio, and maybe another 10 minutes on weightlifting day. So 20 minutes total, like 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, something like that. Just so I get that heart rate up. You know, it doesn't have to be easy. It can be hard too. But, so that's really all the update that I have for you guys this week. Hopefully some of my personal drama and stress is over. It seems to have died down a little bit. I'm also was super weepy the last few days because I'm pre-cycle, and my body has been a wreck. So like, I say pre-cycle because I'm supposed to start my cycle, but I've already been on my cycle for like, I don't know, 13 months, pretty much. So I'm not even losing like 10, 15 pounds a month, 20 pounds a month anymore. I mean, I'm losing like 4 to 6 pounds a month. Like, it's not crazy rapid weight loss. So what the fuck, body? That's what I have to say. All right, I'm going on 13 minutes. I'm finishing before 15 minutes. Yay! I'm wearing my beer shirt too that Kent gave me. It's my boyfriend. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Oh, well, I better sign off before I get to 15 minutes if my goal is to be under. So keep it fun out there, you guys. I will see you next week. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.